In the vibrant heart of Barcelona, there rises a structure that is far more than steel, concrete, and grass. Camp Nou is not just a stadium, it is a symbol of identity, a monument of passion, and the spiritual home of millions of football fans around the world. For the supporters of FC Barcelona, it is a sacred ground where history is not just remembered, but lived every single match day. As we stand today in April 2026, we are witnessing the rebirth of this iconic arena through one of the most ambitious redevelopment projects ever attempted in world sport. In the early 1950s, football in Barcelona was exploding in popularity. This wasn't just a random growth, and it was driven largely by the brilliance of one man, László Kubala. Before Kubala, Barcelona played at the Camp de la Cor. It was a beautiful ground, but it only held about 48,000 people. Thousands of people were being turned away from the gates every weekend. The demand was overwhelming. It became clear that FC Barcelona needed a new home, one that matched its growing ambition and identity. The club wasn't just building a stadium, they were building a cathedral for the greatest show on earth. Under the presidency of Francesc Miró-Sans, the club made the courageous decision to build a new massive stadium. On March 28, 1954, in front of 60,000 hopeful supporters, the first stone was laid. The atmosphere that day was electric. It was the start of a new era. The project was entrusted to architects Francesc Miró-Sans and Josep Soteras. They envisioned a structure that would not only serve the present, but stand as a symbol for generations to come. However, this dream came with immense financial risk. Building something this grand in the 1950s was almost impossible. The original budget was set at 67 million pesetas. But as construction progressed, costs skyrocketed due to unforeseen ground issues and the sheer scale of the design. The final cost reached nearly 288 million pesetas. The club was burdened with heavy debt for years, but the board and the fans believed in the project. Finally, on September 24th, 1957, during the Festival of La Mercè, the stadium opened its doors. With an initial capacity of over 93,000 spectators, it was a giant. Although officially named Estadi del FC Barcelona, the fans immediately gave it a nickname that captured its essence, Camp Nou, meaning the new ground. As the years passed, Camp Nou established itself as one of the most feared venues in the world. The stadium became a fortress. Walking down the tunnel and seeing the massive stands towering over the pitch intimidated even the best teams in Europe. During the 1960s and 1970s, while the structure itself did not change much, its cultural significance grew. Under the political climate of the time, the stadium became a place where people could express their Catalan identity freely. This gave birth to the famous motto, Més que un club, more than a club. Fans witnessed the arrival of Johan Cruyff in 1973. Cruyff didn't just play at Camp Nou, he changed its DNA. He brought a style of total football that required a pitch as large and perfect as the one at Camp Nou. The stadium became a laboratory for the most beautiful football the world had ever seen. The next major transformation came when Spain was chosen to host the 1982 FIFA World Cup. This was a defining moment. To prepare for the world stage, the stadium underwent a massive expansion. A magnificent third tier was added. This wasn't just a small addition, it was a feat of engineering that pushed the capacity to a staggering 121,000 spectators. At that time, it was one of the largest stadiums on the planet, rivaling the Maracanã in Brazil. The expansion also introduced modern VIP boxes, a new press center, and an improved lighting system. This upgrade permanently changed the silhouette of the stadium, in creating that iconic bowl look that defined the Barcelona skyline for over 40 years. As football entered the 1990s, safety became the number one priority. After several stadium disasters in Europe, UEFA mandated that all stadiums must become all-seater. In 1994, Camp Nou began removing the standing sections, terraces. This transition was completed by 1998, reducing the capacity from 120,000 to around 99,354. Even with fewer people, the quality of the experience improved. In 1999, the stadium hosted the legendary UEFA Champions League final between Manchester United and Bayern Munich. The dramatic 2-1 comeback by United in the final minutes is still talked about today as one of the greatest nights in the stadium's history. This period also saw the rise of the Dream Team and later the era of Ronaldinho and Lionel Messi. For nearly 20 years, Messi turned Camp Nou into his personal playground. He scored hundreds of goals here, broke every record imaginable, and made the stadium a place of pilgrimage for fans from every corner of the globe. By the mid-2000s, despite its history, Camp Nou was showing its age. While other clubs like Arsenal, Tottenham, and Bayern Munich built ultra-modern arenas with roofs and luxury amenities, Camp Nou remained mostly uncovered. Fans in the lower tiers would get soaked during rain, and the concrete structure was starting to crumble in places. In 2014, the members of the club voted for the FC Barcelona project. This was a plan to renovate the entire stadium area, including a new basketball arena, Palau Blaugrana, and a complete overhaul of the stadium. However, the project faced many hurdles, political delays, and financial struggles, and the global COVID-19 pandemic. It wasn't until 2022, under President Joan Laporta, that the club finally secured a massive €1.45 billion loan from global investors. The plan was no longer just a renovation. It was a total transformation. In June 2023, an emotional farewell took place. The club played its final match at the old Camp Nou. Before the cranes moved in, fans took seats and blades of grass home as souvenirs. The team moved to the Montjuic Olympic Stadium temporarily, leaving their home behind. Throughout 2024, the site looked like a giant crater. Workers worked 24/7 to reinforce the foundations. This phase was all about hidden work, the pipes, the cables, and the massive steel pillars that would hold up the future of the club. By November 2025, a miracle happened. Even though the stadium was still a construction site, Barcelona returned home. Around 60,000 fans were allowed back into the first and second tiers. It was an emotional homecoming. The players finally felt the grass of Camp Nou under their boots again, even with cranes towering over them. As of April 2026, where we are now, the progress is incredible. The new third-tier structure is now fully visible. It is a masterpiece of modern engineering designed to offer perfect views from every single seat. No more restricted view tickets. Every fan will feel like they are right on top of the action. The most anticipated feature, the roof, is currently the main focus of construction. Unlike the old stadium, the new Camp Nou will have a 30,000 square meter roof. It is a tensioned cable design, which means it is light but incredibly strong. While the main cables are being raised, the full covering is expected to be finished by early 2027. This roof will not only protect fans from rain, but will also reflect the crowd's noise back onto the pitch, making the atmosphere more intimidating than ever. The 2026 version of Camp Nou is a smart stadium. Inside the walls, miles of fiber optic cables have been laid. Fans will enjoy 5G connectivity and an official app that provides real-time replays and stats while they sit in their seats. A massive 360-degree scoreboard is being installed, which will circle the entire interior of the roof. This will provide a cinematic experience for the fans. Additionally, the stadium is becoming a leader in sustainability. The roof will be covered in solar panels, which will help power the stadium's lights and giant screens. Rainwater will also be collected and recycled to water the pitch. When the project is finally completed in 2027, Camp Nou will reach a final capacity of 105,000 spectators. It will firmly hold its title as the largest stadium in Europe and one of the largest in the world. But it's not just about the 90 minutes of football. The surrounding Espai Barça area will feature new parks, a club museum that is 3 times larger than the old one, and a Barça Boulevard filled with shops and restaurants. It is designed to be a 365-day-a-year destination for tourists and locals alike.